Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Eric. I'm from ADLINK Taipei, Taiwan. This is my first time to this event. So as a company, ADLINK, we are going to celebrate our 20 years anniversary this year. We design and manufacture from a small module, the computer on module and PC on 104 module to a blaze scale product, for example, the compact PCI VPX, and also advanced TCA blades. Personally, I found the embedded computing group. I'm responsible for the embedded system. So my session is short. So I'm going to talk about one of the product we designed for the tier 1 telecom customer. Okay. First of all, we all familiar with the Moore's law. It says every 18 months, the computer will double the performance. So the similar scenario happens in the mobile network data traffic, but it's even faster. So the data shows the mobile network data traffic will double every 9 months. So it gives lots of pressure to the telecom mobile network operator. It has to provide a better service to the customer. So the CapEx and also the OpEx has to follow or to catch up this kind of loading in the data traffic. And that's one thing that operator probably have to increase the investment in the equipment. The other thing is they are making less and less money from the subscriber. So nowadays, people use the WhatsApp, the social networking applications. They use less and less phone calls and also the short messages. So it gives I think these are the two main factors driving the telco operator to seeking new opportunity to survive. So one of the issues they're going to handle is the traffic. So that's why they came to have an idea to put more computing power on the edge. For example, putting a server on their base station so that the server on the base station can handle or can optimize or even caching the data the subscriber they're going to use so that they can reduce the loading to the backhaul and also the backend network. That's one thing, so that they don't have to spend lots of money on the backend services. And the second thing is they can, by using this server on the base station, they can create or innovate more application. For example, they can provide a better user experience application and sell that service to the subscriber or the operating company, for example, AT&T or T-Mobile. So they can make money from that kind of new business model and also create more innovation services to the users. And of course, that the server can also optimize the usage of the data of the network. And the second thing we heard about the cloud computing and also the IoT a lot these days. And these kind of edge server in the base station, you can take it as more like a device or a server between the cloud and the user devices. This is scenario they called the smart city scenario. This scenario actually the operator or the service provider, they can track the mobile devices in the user side, and they can process that kind of data to judge the user is the way they are moving. For example, they're using they're walking, they're using the bicycle, or they're driving. So by analyze these kind of data, they can tell or they can provide the data to the central or the back-end administration agency to kind of monitor and display all the traffic pattern inside the city. And I think this scenario, the most important part is the not only reduce the back-end traffic loading, but also it can provide the local analytic processing power in real time. For whatever application that needs the local analytic processing power, and also they care about the quality of service, this kind of edge server can provide a very good fit on this kind of application. And the following, I'm going to talk about the two use cases. And the first one is the video analytic in the mobile network age. One typical application is nowadays people use different end devices. For example, your smartphone or tablet. These kind of devices, usually it has different display resolution requirements. So the edge server can detect what kind of application the customer is using and what kind of device the subscriber is using, so that it can determine what's the best or optimized resolution for that kind of data and the processing inside this edge server instead of getting the data from the backend every time. So this is one of the, we call the transcoding application. You can transmit the resolution as well as the data format from one to the other. That's one. And another application is you have, it's more like a video surveillance scenario. You have different IP cameras in the area. And one application, we can use this kind of the server system in the base station. It can detect or monitor the luggage and also the abandoned luggage in the, for example, the airport. Or also, it can, the user or the subscriber can determine what kind of objective they are interested to follow with. So this is, we call the video analytic applications for this kind of rugged system. And the second scenario or the use case we have is we call the augmented reality. I think this is a new application, and it's relatively, I think it's in the POC stage. And one example is for tourists or a new guy to a new town, like me, to Phoenix this time. And I'm not familiar with this area. So with this kind of service, I can turn down my smartphone or my tablet to take pictures where I'm living. And I can uploading this information to my service provider, so that in real time I'll get feedback from the system that it will show me where the best restaurant nearby, or the way it can show me the best transportation I should follow to get to this event or something like that. So this kind of service, I think with this, the server on the edge, combined with the application software or the service provided by the service company, it can provide a very creative service to the subscribers. And how all these services can be possible. I mean, and telecom company, they want to put this kind of server on their base station. So the system must to survive in an outdoor environment with the extended temperature range. And also, they are looking for the most powerful system in the market. So we managed to put the latest dual processors, the Xeon processor, inside this ruggedness box. And also, it has to provide some high-speed connect, for example, the 10 gig Ethernet or the gig Ethernet to the backhaul system. So the whole idea of this server is to survive in a fanless operation environment and also provide the intrusion protection for the water and dust.